You go down 2-0 in the game where you had your chances and you could argue you played better at that point. What did you see happening at that point, and did you still think it could happen to come back?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I think we started the game very well. We created chances. I thought we had the better of the play until they scored the goal. After they scored the goal, towards the end of the first half, I think we had a lot of trouble. We kind of deflated, and they had the better of the play, and they created more situations. After the talk in halftime, the team came into with a different mentality, and we believed that we're going to be able to win the game. And the guys, performed. We find the 2 goals, and at the end, the most that I'm proud of the guys is that there was a couple of guys that, unfortunately, they couldn't go anymore. They had different problems, and they kept on, fighting into the game.
Christian, Michael Lewis.
Talk about Jimmy Mauer's performance in the penalty kick shootout. It's fairly rare for a goalkeeper to make 3 saves in that situation.
Outstanding. I mean, we believe in our goalkeepers, and he's done a tremendous job this year. He's matured tremendously, and it doesn't come as a surprise that he was big on the PKs. But it's not only the effort that he did in the play, it's the good energy that was around the team and the belief that we could win tonight.
Philip?
Can you talk to how important this victory is in the big picture? A chance again to defeat an MLS team, second year in a row, and what that means for the prestige of this club?
First of all, we have worked with the guys to make sure that we take every game seriously, even a friendly match. That we respect always the position and defense. These kind of games are different games. They're derby. They are what shape the history in the city. We always, came into the game, last year and this year, respecting the opposition, making sure that we work very hard and try to get, a good result. And for us, I think the most important thing is that they take us seriously, that they know that we're capable of big things and that we can compete with anyone.
Thank you. Jimmy, going back to Jimmy, he made those 2 saves, 2 big saves, one in a breakaway. Do you think that helped him maybe in the penalty shootout? Maybe he's more switched on after making those saves?
No, I think he was confident. He's just been confident the entire year. I think last year playing a lot of matches was a good thing for him. He matured, and this year he's shown his quality.
Coach, did you expect an offsides call at all on Poco's second goal? Did you get a good look at that one?
To be honest with you, I didn't see it. So I wasn't sure if it was an offside or not. So it wasn't clear from my angle. But everybody that was aligned in the right area, they said that. So I haven't seen anything yet to be able to make a comment.
One of the guys who really stepped up today was Lucky, especially in the first half. He was really getting after that back line. What did you see from his play, especially in that opening half? And how much of it was a game plan was to really work that back line through him in that opening series?
One of the things that we recognized that we could explode, that we felt that it was in our advantage, is that they keep a line very high. Sometimes they are in line and flat in some moments. So if we make the right wrongs, we can find the space behind. And something that we worked to make sure that we find the spaces behind. And at the end, Loki was able to be clinical in finding the spaces and especially scoring the goal. And he could have probably had another one in the overtime when he hit the post. He did very well to change direction and strike the ball to the second post.
Coach, now you guys have a little time off until your next match. What do you have planned for the team?
Yeah, right now it is important for them to get a little rest, not too much. And we're going to be working individually with each player because each one needs something different. Some need a little more fitness, some other players need rest. We're just going to work individually with all the players, but preparing for what's coming next. This should be July 1st, somewhere around that time.
Gio, is there any sense of maybe a bit more satisfaction out of this one now that you guys can lay claim to the title best soccer team in New York, knowing you've beaten both New York metropolitan teams?
I wouldn't look at it like we are the best team in New York. We look at it as that, that people have to know that we can compete with anyone in the United States. And every time that we step in the field, we are a competitive team. As I said before, if the fans want to talk about that, that's on their court.
And going back to Lucky, he was more as a bench guy last year, or I think the last 2 years that we were in Tampa Bay. this year's come in, he's earned the starting role, and he continues to find goals and really be successful. What do you think has been this year for him that he's having such a great run of form this season?
I think we identified his strong points, so we try to utilize them. If you remember with Tampa, he played wide left. For us, we felt he was more of a striker. And he's been combining very well with Raul. So I think our guy's been able to play some good balls to his advantage. And I think when a player plays and scores, builds confidence. And I think he's a very confident player right now.
You coming from the MLS also, at this point, what's your sense of the level of their game compared to the NASL?
First of all, I think, I have to say that they put a very strong match today. I mean, York Football Club took the game seriously. We respect that, and they came to, to give us a fight, which is what we wanted. As I said, before, we really believe in our team. We believe that we can compete with anyone. We have a very strong mentality. We have some interesting players, and we live about the project. So I think that we are, a team that can compete with anyone.
Profesor Giovanni Savarese, un saludo, Ricardo Araujo, ITV El Salvador. Me gustaría saber un poco acerca de cómo usted hizo el esquema. Vimos la necesidad a veces de Neymar Fernandez, que jugó un poco atrás, y también de Andrés Russo Flores, y él cuando regresa al equipo, y si usted siente ahora la necesidad de Andrés Russo Flores.
Sí, bueno, la razón por la cual Leo no comenzó el partido fue simplemente porque viene de una lesión, no ha entrenado lo suficiente y tenemos un poco de preocupación físicamente que no podía estar bien. Nos hizo un rol importante consiguiendo el gol, pero aparte también supliendo una posición de Ayose, porque Ayose a la final prácticamente no podía jugar más y habíamos hecho los cambios y fue bastante complicado. Flores lamentablemente tiene que jugar con la selección y tenemos que respetar eso. Él va a llegar esta noche y no estaba a disposición para nosotros para este partido.
Gracias, profesor.
Last season, Poco was playing with the Silverbacks, and he ends up being the one who hurts you the most. He scores the 2 goals, and I guess kind of for you, how ironic is it that a player from NSL last year is the one who gives you the most trouble, and also what does it say about the league that he was the one who scored the 2 goals?
No, I think the NSL has some interesting players, and some players that are young that are developing. Poco is a talented player. I think he has some great qualities. I think he's a player that still hasn't topped his max, because he's a player definitely that's going to do very, very well for York City Football Club. And I think that they made a great decision in bringing him in, because I think he's going to be a very talented player. He's still young.
Howard.
Gio, we've talked a lot about what the U.S. Open Cup means for what the Cosmos are trying to achieve. What do you think you achieved tonight with this victory, just not only in terms of the city, but in terms of getting closer to the competition you're trying to reach?
We felt last year that we wanted to complete and go all the way, and we took it seriously. Remember what happened in Philly, and this year we feel that we have a stronger team, and we are going to compete, as much as we can, and to try to go all the way, because this is for us a way to be able to make the CONCACAF Champions League. So for us, it's very, very important. For tonight, besides delivering a great match for our fans, it is being able to qualify to the next round. It has put us now closer to our goal.
And just to follow up on that, Jason talked about the fact that he put his best team out there and they gave it everything. There was no debate the way there was last year. Do you think you have a legitimate claim on being the best team in New York right now?
Saying that we have the best team in New York, I think, as I said before, that's for the fans to talk about. I respect what Jason did. I respect the fact that he put a strong team, that he wanted to win, that he came here respecting us, and for me that's very important, because we did also that last year, and we wanted to do it as well this year. I think the win is showing that we're a team that can compete, that regardless to whatever people could say, the level of the NASL, the level of our team is capable of achieving great things.
Last 2 questions. I have Gio, Poco was obviously a handful for you guys, especially first half, early second. Your center backs were under a lot of pressure, Gorskis being one of them. What do you think of how he responded to that adversity, and then end of the match he comes up and scores the winning penalty? What do you think of his performance?
His mentality. I just think that we have a very strong group now that believes that there's, that they know that they, at some point, going to make mistakes, but they're going to keep on going forward. We pick up each other in every single moment, and we keep on going all the way because we play all the way to the end, as we have shown in all the games before. Gorskis is one of them that showed that he had a big battle because Poco today was a handful, not only for him but for a whole team, scoring 2 goals and creating a lot of problems. But we knew that if we keep on going our way, if we keep on doing the things that we worked on, at the end we could have win, and thank God that we were able to do so.
Robinson.
And Leo Fernandez is on loan from Philadelphia Union, correct? Is the Cosmos considering giving him a contract based on his performance this season?
We'll have to see what happens at the end of the year. It's something that we have to speak with Philadelphia. The player is very content to be here. We're happy to have him here. He's a local player. I coached him when he was 15 years old, so I know him already for a long time. Even he went, before he went to Major League Soccer. So it's definitely a player that we'd love to keep. So we'll see what happens in the future.